The size of our cosmos is unfathomable. Understanding, and our solar system merely a minuscule portion of its grandeur, despite the fact that we've had a glimpse of its depths via the outstanding first James Webb's photographs, as well as first ever voyages made by Voyager 1 and into interstellar space, Voyager 2 is going. It is obvious how vast the universe is. Hello and welcome to KYC News. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Past the outskirts of our solar system, but as stunning as the solar system is as frightening, since we still know nothing about what lurks in today's video, we'll discuss vastness. Concerning the horrific occurrence that researchers just discovered entering our solar system, the researchers go on to investigate the heliopause. They've created disturbing trends we've noticed recently. Something cannot be explained by existing models nonetheless. Let's first define the heliopause. The heliopause is the line separating the interstellar medium and the heliosphere. There is a huge bubble in the heliosphere. Produced plasma or charged particles by the solar wind that surrounds the sun. Our solar system is really large. The path of Pluto and functions as a protective shield, largely blocking the cosmic radiation with a high energy from the asteroid belt, the interstellar space. However, the hand is in the tenuous and slender matter that exists within the galaxy's stars. It consists of a gas and dust mixture, primarily being hydrogen and helium, containing only trace amounts of, but also, unlike some other elements, the heliopause dynamic boundary rather than a static one that responds to the change in shape-changing solar wind pressure and the extrastellar space. The charged particles that make up the solar wind emanating magnetic fields and particles supersonic travel is made from the sun, accelerates and sends a shock wave toward the outer heliosphere edge. An important border is the heliopause. To learn, since it clarifies things, the solar wind's dynamics and its relationships with the interstellar medium. It also offers crucial information about the structure and interstellar medium characteristics. Likewise, the galaxy's environment. Researchers have been examining the heliopause using spacecraft data, include Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, as opposed to space-based and terrestrial Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 observatories. Our autonomous spacecraft launched by NASA studied the outer solar system in 1977. Network and beyond. Both spacecraft have made longer journeys than any other human-made object from Earth object, and they continue to function and currently sending information back to Earth. Despite this, the Voyagers Jupiter and Saturn were visited by spacecraft, and Voyager 2 continued to investigate Uranus, Neptune included. Once their major missions are complete, the voyages kept heading in the direction of eventually reach the solar system's periphery, entered planetary space, transforming them the first manufactured items to do so. Voyager probes are equipped with a variety of scientific tools used in research the atmosphere of space, which includes plasma, magnetic fields, and cosmic rays. Also, they have a gold record featuring Earth sounds and photos, aimed to send a message to anyone possible extraterrestrial life, a spaceship encounter. But there will be a twist. Observations made recently have shown modifications in symmetry that aren't expected. The heliopause, leading to new issues and difficulties in our knowledge of this boundary. Current investigation into the undoubtedly heliopause is resulting in new information about our location in the cosmos, and occasionally these, simply put, insights are terrifying. Given that the heliopause is the furthest reaches of our solar system, transformation is a much debated topic. The new data is fascinating for researchers, is indicating a string of alarming alterations that could have a significant implications, significant advancements in our knowledge, a better understanding of the heliopause. NASA's Interstellar Boundary Light, the IBEX, is a spacecraft called Explorer, created to investigate the interactions as compared to the solar wind. Launched an interplanetary vehicle in 2008. IBEX use a variety of sensors to map the energy-neutral atoms, referred as the ANAs, produced at the boundary as compared to the solar wind. The interstellar space the ANAs IBEX identified is distinct, since they are impartial, They cannot be impacted by magnetic fields whose permeation of space enables them to travel in a straight path, providing a direct particle measurements and the energy present at the boundary the rest of the universe and our solar system. By examining the stars in the galaxy, scientists can get understanding of dynamical properties of the heliosphere interstellar medium structure, and both of their interactions and ibex research from recently captured data. Demonstrating these brightening observations have shown a dearth of heliopause symmetry, implying substantial modifications in this area. It seems that the heliopause is undulating, as well as creating oblique angles in an unexpected way, heightening its creepy despite the fact that it is not a mystery. A novel idea holds that the heliopause static scientists have found over 10 years ago that it could change shape despite the fact that the Voyager spacecraft offers direct measurements of the in situ. They provide information from boundaries, position, a single location in both space and time. Ibex's contribution will thereby aid and provide a more complete knowledge of the heliopause behavior that will be important in analyzing its secrets. Despite the scientists will investigate the situation must rely on current spacecraft, such as Voyagers 1 and 2, as well as the information at hand to learn more. Until then, into interstellar space findings are created. Examining the data that Voyager has collected, scientists have produced models for the ibex. In order to aid in predicting the in essence, the boundary is in the heliopause continual motion brought forth by the dynamic interaction of solar winds with the interstellar space. Moreover, after looking at the data Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 collected data, researchers have found the evidence of changes in the heliopause indicates that something extraordinary is taking place at the border between our interstellar space and the solar system, which might have profound effects. Ramifications for how we comprehend that, which is the modifications seen in the heliopause were so stark between Voyager 1 and in the Voyager 2 missions contested the prevailing models of the line separating our solar system from a distant star system. The notable differences could also to explain the large gap in between the two probes' entry times. However, the interstellar medium, the results of studies on the heliopause data that contradicts earlier conclusions. The 2014 IBEX findings, which discovered several brightening ANAs hypothesized heliopause asymmetries. The team then understood that these asymmetries did not correspond with the formerly accepted models. The discovery emphasizes the requirement for ongoing investigation to get a more thorough comprehension of this intricate phenomena. Analyzing Voyager 1 and 2 data, Voyager 2 revealed to the scientists that the heliopause suffered a quick and significant changing, which explains the substantial distance between the two probes. The process of entering interstellar space they intend to in 2012 and 2018, respectively. To carry on researching the heliopause using NASA's interstellar mapping technology, the launch of an acceleration probe is scheduled for which will be capable of by 2025 find ANAs. This abrupt change in the heliopause also contrasts with the accepted models that they were mentioned by researchers. Differences is fascinating and may be contentious. In a paper published in the Nature journal Astronomy, the heliopause future appears optimistic. While researchers and scientists continue to investigate the solar system's outer limits system, one of the forthcoming NASA missions is the Interstellar Acceleration and Mapping IMAP probe was created specifically to investigate the heliosphere, and the heliopause IMAP is anticipated to offer a more thorough understanding regarding the heliosphere's composition and the mechanisms forming it. The probe is slated to start in 2025 and will employ a variety of tools to evaluate and visualize the spread of magnetic fields and particles in the IMAP. Is just one option in the region. Other envisioned missions that give more information on the heliopause and heliosphere, like the magnetosphere-ionosphere connection of solar winds, the heliopause, and an explorer's Green-Hertz electrostatic fast transit. The ionosphere, magnetosphere, and solar wind link explorer is a group project. Scientific collaboration between both the Chinese Academy of Space Sciences that seek to understand the intricate the Earth's surface and the solar wind and the magnetosphere, which can result in severe space weather events, can interfere with communication networks. Different technical frameworks. Earth SMILE will debut in 2024 and will utilize a special set of tools to study space weather's primary science is the payload consists of 4 similar measuring devices to Determine the Earth's ionospheric plasma and a magnetic field neutral atoms and energetic particles. These readings will be used to research the movement of particles and energy between the magnetosphere of the Earth, and one of the most thrilling things is the solar wind. One of SMILE's benefits is that it will using cutting-edge imaging technology to parallel shots of the Earth's sun solar wind and the magnetosphere. The device in charge of this is referred to as the soft X-ray imager, which benefit from the solar wind's interaction with the magnetic field of the Earth to offer fresh perspectives on the Earth's structure and dynamics. Magnetosphere. The suite will travel in the smiling spaceship, using scientific equipment to create in-depth analyses of the solar wind and how it affects the Earth's magnetosphere. It will also research the northern lights, the bright light shows, and the high areas of the Earth's latitude atmosphere. A SMILE has enormous potential. Expand the scope of our knowledge of space. The effects of weather on Earth and possible eventually result in improvements to our capacity to anticipate and plan for space climate changes and the heliopause harm from an electrostatic rapid transit system. However, there is a suggested mission by NASA to investigate the heliopause boundary. A comparison of the solar system and the mission would use an intergalactic medium entail dispatching a probe to the electrostatic heliopause that employs electric fields for propulsion, propel, and accelerate the spacecraft. Hertz's spacecraft would make use of a portable, powerful electric propulsion mechanism to travel to the heliopause. Instead, in a few years of the decades the Voyager probe spent at sea, the satellite would have a variety of scientific tools to investigate the other particles, magnetic fields. Details of the heliopore phenomena. Overall, heliopore's future and heliosphere study is promising as scientists are still pushing the limitations of our comprehension of the furthest points of the solar system. Meanwhile, the eerie and mysterious the heliopause phenomenon is still present. Scientists are intrigued and mystified as they investigate the enigmas of the in terms of space exploration. The universe space organizations like NASA are preparing a number of missions to investigate our including the solar system and beyond. Like NASA intends to dispatch the Europa Clipper expedition to examine the cold moon of Jupiter mid-2020s. Europe. The James Webb Space is also telescope that was introduced in 2021 gave us additional, unprecedented insights into the early universe and support further research is being done on exoplanets. Describe this, it's not the only recently found find in that there have been countless solar system recent solar-related findings. NASA's Curiosity rover discovered in 2020 that seasonal variations exist on Mars, the atmosphere's methane concentration. This finding has prompted scientists to they postulate that methane might be created but there is microbiological life on the planet. This theory continues to be debatable and it need further study to be confirmed. In NASA's Parker Solar Probe launched in 2018 closer than any other object to the Sun, the data collected by historical spacecraft gathered data has produced fresh learnings understanding of solar wind and the Sun's the probe's magnetic field. For instance, discovered that the solar wind is more rapid and more intense than originally believed, and it also found that the magnetic field of the Sun a more complicated field than scientists previously understood. That the New Horizon spacecraft passed a tiny, the Arikov object, which is situated in the Kuiper belt past the equator of Neptune. The information the spacecraft has gathered has provided fresh understanding of the creation within the solar system. In 2020, researchers revealed that the discovery of the toy exoplanet 700 years ago, our planet was into the star's habitable zone, which indicates it might contain liquid water, and with the help of this finding, created a lot of commotion in the scientific community and how it stands out the possibility of discovering livable planets outside of our solar system. These are only a handful of the numerous fresh findings in as technology advances. The solar advanced researchers are sure to find even more intriguing details about the solar system's operations and the vast beyond as we investigate the riddles further of the universe. We are continuously brought to mind how little we understand and how there is much to learn about the changes in the helioscope. The line dividing our both the solar system and the universe powerfully act as a reminder of the universe's size and complexity. Thank you for watching. See you later.
Yeah.